2015 Ford Mustang with the 3.7 V6 engine. Today we're doing an oil change. Let's get to it. Over at our computer, you can see it requires 6 quarts of 5W20 synthetic blend motor oil. For this oil change, we're going to be using the CarQuest Romeo 84502 oil filter. Alright, underneath the vehicle, come right in this plastic opening right here. You can see our oil filter right up there, so we're going to have to remove this piece of plastic. And then right here around the back of the engine, you'll find your drain plug. It is a 15 millimeter. While the oil is draining, go ahead and check your gasket on the inside of your drain plug. If it has any cracks or anything that would make the integrity of it questionable, go ahead and replace the drain plug. While the oil continues to drain, let's go ahead and remove this plastic covering. It's held in with 10 millimeter bolts here, and pretty much everywhere else is held in with 7 millimeter bolts. With the oil finished draining, go ahead and put that drain bolt back in. Put it down until you have resistance and then give it a good pull. And that's it. Don't go crazy on it. Don't pull out your threads. Now we can move our catch can over to the filter area. Once you get the oil filter loose, go ahead and give it a good spin and let that oil start draining out of it. The worst part about the oil filter being in this area is that your electric power steering rack gets oil all over all the important wires. I don't really know why it's designed like that, but I don't get paid to question engineers. I get paid to work on cars, so I'll just keep doing that, I guess, for now. With your oil filter removed, go ahead and finish draining the oil out of it. And then check your O-ring around your oil filter. Ensure that it is intact and that it is still there. Go ahead and check the housing that it bolts up to. For any debris, make sure you clean it off. Grab your new oil filter. Grab some of that used motor oil off of these wires here. Lube up that new O-ring and install your new oil filter. Once you get it down, continue to rotate hand tight. Just put it down hand tight. Any more than that, you're going to be fighting to get that thing off. And with everything buttoned up underneath, go ahead, spray down those wires and all around the oil filter area with some brake clean and your drain plug as well. Make sure you clean these areas, because if you don't, next time you work on this vehicle, or if it's your personally owned vehicle, if you see oil in these locations, you could have a possible oil leak. But if you don't clean it up, you won't know, because you'll be thinking you just left a mess after you changed your oil. And just in case you didn't pick up on the little things that make this cover unique, when you pulled it out, you'll notice that there is a tiny fin sticking out on this portion. That's to go inside of this groove. Also, you'll see that you have two appendages sticking out. They're tiny little squares right up here, and that's where those are supposed to go. On the back side, you'll see this oval hole, and that's where this tiny little clip is supposed to go. So installation should go something like this. Line it up with that hole right here. You can see that fin sticking out, and then line up the back piece and press it in. Now that's supposed to be convenient and give you time to get to your bolts, but it's probably not going to actually hold it in all that much, so just keep your hand on it and go ahead and start these two 10s in the back. And of course, make sure you start every bolt by hand first, because if they don't line up and you put down these two 10mm in the back, you're going to have a lot of issue lining up the rest of these once those are down. So go ahead, just start each one by hand. I'm missing the bolt. I'm just going to put this one back in the one I pulled it out from. And there you go. Alright, back up top side. You can see the top of our engine. Our oil cap is located right here. Go ahead and twist that off. And because of how far into the engine bay it is, I'm going to go ahead and use a funnel so I don't make a mess. And go ahead, put that oil cap back down tight, and let's get to the oil life reset. (2015) Ford Mustang with the 3.7 V6, and we've just performed an oil change, and now we're going to reset the oil life. To do this, you'll be utilizing these buttons right here. Go up to your menu and start by pressing back to get to your main settings. There you go. Go down to settings, into vehicle, and then oil life. I was already on it. Oil life reset, and then just go ahead and hold down the OK button to reset. And just like that, your oil life has been reset to 100%. If this video helped you out, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time.